What are the payoffs of friendships? We must understand that true friendships actually propel us forward with life. Relationships will always have two potential impacts on your life. You'll also have two potential impacts on other people in their lives. You'll either hold someone back or you'll propel them forward, and your friends will either hold you back or they will propel you forward. It's always going to have, friendships are never neutral. Friendships will either hold you back or friendships will propel you forward. As I was thinking about this in preparation for this message a few weeks ago, I was thinking about some biblical examples of people that propelled others forward in their relationship because they were friends. Let me tell you about one story that you're familiar with. This is a story of King David. King David was the second king of Israel. First king of Israel was Saul. Saul had a son by the name of Jonathan, who was the heir apparent to the throne. Obviously, Jonathan was the prince that was going to take over and become the king of Israel when Saul died. But Jonathan realized that the anointing for kingship was on David, not on himself. And so Jonathan became a friend to David, and Jonathan actually protected David when his very own father wanted to kill him. And the friendship that Jonathan shared with David and David with Jonathan propelled David into his kingship. David would have never been king had it not been for the hand of Jonathan in his life. He was a friend that propelled him forward. Dear ones, understand today that in your life, your friends will take you to your destiny. And David's friend Jonathan took him to his destiny in his life. Let me tell you about another story. It's a story of two prophets, Elijah and Elisha. Elijah comes first, and Elijah was an amazing man of God, and Elisha becomes the servant of Elijah. As it comes time for Elijah's life to be over, he knows he's going to be taken up into heaven, and Elisha is desiring the anointing of God upon his life that Elijah, actually, he wants a double portion anointing of what Elijah had in his life. And so as Elijah is getting ready to depart from this world and go into heaven, Elisha makes the decision to stay as close to him as possible. And every time that Elijah, you can read about this in 2 Kings chapter 2, every time Elijah tried to encourage Elisha to move on with his life, Elijah said, no, I'm not leaving you. I'm staying right beside you. And he was there when Elijah was taken up into heaven, and there came the anointing or the mantle of blessing upon Elisha. And he began to do double the miracles that Elijah did because he maintained the right relationship in his life. Please understand that your friends will propel you forward with your life if you choose the right friends.